Hi guys, this is week 23 Project Life and I'm using the July Citrus Twist Kit's Pocket Life kit. So I'm just starting out with my photos and then I'm looking through the journaling cards and just picking out, I only need 2 this week, so I'm picking the ones that are this most fabulous sort of lilac-y blue colour. Love them. And the papers in this kit this month are so good. There's a couple in there that are like foiled, so I'm going to have to try really hard not to hoard those ones. And as it is, I'm just picking a few sort of lighter coloured pattern ones. That one's really hard to see, but it's got the tiniest, which I thought were polka dots, but when you actually look really closely, they're really tiny little hearts. So does this green one. It's got tiny little white hearts, and the other one is white with tiny little blue hearts, which are so pretty. So I've just trimmed those down to 4x4, and now I'm gonna round all the corners. So I've done all of that, and I'm just gonna stick down my photo. I'm just covering up the sentiment on that, but left the white sort of label bit at the bottom. I'm going to do some stamping on that one. And these ones, when I printed my photos, I would normally have left a white border around them, but I don't know what I was thinking and I didn't. And it just didn't stand out very well on the paper, so I ended up just backed that with some white card before I've stuck that down and just added a couple of tiny staples from my tiny attacher. And just stick down this photo as well. Now this month came with these cut apart sheets, so I've just spent quite a good deal of time cutting those apart. I didn't cut all of them, I just cut the ones that I thought I would use, and I just left a few out as I was cutting them that I thought I might use this week. And so now I'm just getting back and working on my title card. I thought I was going to use all of this sort of aqua green colour paper, but I wanted a bit more interest, so I'm just cut a bit off the top of that and I'm just gluing it down to some white card, which also gives me a place to put my letter stickers, because these letter stickers they're not solid, they're sort of transparent, so I didn't want them on the green, I wanted them on white. And I've just popped them off to the left side there because I'm going to do some stitching. So I'm just drawing out my numbers and then I'm going to punch a million little holes and do some stitching with some black thread, which I will save you the tedium of and fast forward to once I've finished the stitching. So that's all done, and now I'm just going to do a little bit of embellishing. So there was this one wee spot down here that I wanted to do some stamping on. And this stamp set, all the little words are sort of separate, so I end up having to do three different stamps to make my sentiment. And then I just wondered whether I could use any more, but there wasn't really any spots for them, so I'm just going straight on to adding some bits from these cut apart sheets. So I had just picked, as I was cutting them out, I had picked a few sentiments that I thought might work for this week, and so I'm just spreading them around, laying them out on my spread all over the place. Sometimes there's more than one I think might be appropriate, so I'm just going to put them down and then I'll pick them as I go to stick them down. So I've chosen the ones I'm going to use and now I'm just going to stick them down. I'm just using my tape runner for that, and then on a few of them I'll add a couple of staples. It's more for looks than anything because the glue will hold them down, but I just like the texture that the staples give. And I want to add this wood veneer arrow, because when I was stamping, I stamped this weekend and then I realised that it actually wasn't the weekend, it was Wednesday, which it actually has in the screenshots. So I wanted to cover up the Wednesday because we had a real week of frosts, so it actually didn't matter which day it was just to illustrate the point that it was bloody freezing that week. So I've just added one there, and then I've added another one up the top as well. And so now I'm just going to go through some of the other cut parts that I cut out and see which ones I might want to use. And there's a couple there that I'm just going to glue down. And these are the really cute epoxy stickers. They're an exclusive by Pink Fresh. And there's just a couple that I'm adding there. Looks like I added 3, not a couple, but that's all right. And that's pretty much it for week 23. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more links to some process videos up on the screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.